Wrestling Federation. Alex Porteau, former light heavyweight champion of the Global Wrestling Federation. If you'll notice, Alex has trimmed down. He's lost some 11 pounds from the weight that he was at, which took him out of contention for the light heavyweight title. Of course, he wants to get his belt, the belt that he calls his, back. Currently under the ownership of Hurricane Mike Dahl. Alex Porteau's opponent for this match, hard-bodied Calvin Knapp, who you see dressed in the red, white, and blue. He owns a gym out of Terrell, Texas, and you can tell he spends a lot of time in that gym. He has an excellent physique, one of the smaller wrestlers as far as height goes in global. But it's not the size of the dog in the fight, the size of the fight in the dog, as Calvin has told us so many times. He's here for the duration. We've seen him go against the top talent in the Global Wrestling Federation. He's not backed down from anyone at any time. He's young. He's a rookie. He is, by the way, up for Rookie of the Year, and we will have that vote and announce it Christmas night here at the Christmas night matches at the Sportatorium. So if you're here in Dallas, Texas, visiting your family or relatives for the Christmas holidays, we invite you to be a part of the Global Wrestling Federation in the most famous wrestling building in the world. That's the Sportatorium. If you'd like to write to us about ticket information, availability, please do so. Our address is 1000 South Industrial, Dallas, Texas, 75207. That's 1000 South Industrial, Dallas, 75207. The address on your screen, we'll leave it there for a few seconds more so you can get a pencil and jot it down. Porteau goes to the hair, pulls Calvin Knapp into the turnpost area. And Porteau with a big knee in the midsection. Here's the sling. Calvin comes back in. Porteau hooks that arm. Nice hip toss. Porteau judging the distance. Really lays that boot in on the left shoulder of Calvin Knapp. Porteau back into the ropes again. Knapp with the reversal. In comes Porteau. Nice toss about halfway across the ring. Hip tossing right into that arm bar. And Knapp, look at the pressure that he's putting on Porteau. Now has scissored the head of Porteau and has that arm still barred. Really putting the pressure with those head scissors. Alex Porteau grimacing under the pressure applied by hard-bodied Calvin Knapp. Referee in there asking if Porteau wants to give up. Of course, Porteau says no. Porteau tries to headstand out. Knapp, really, look at the intensity on Knapp's face, really trying to put the pressure on. Porteau managed to slide out, but missed on the elbow drop return. And Calvin Knapp goes right into that arm bar. Is he going to set him up? Can he try to set him back up for those head scissors again? Porteau may be careful himself not to get in that predicament. Calvin Knapp continuing to, well, he was continuing to hold that hold on Porteau, but Porteau, heel of the hand, referee wanted him to keep out of the fist down at the ringside table. Joining me, probably the biggest man in the Global Wrestling Federation today, 200 and, no, not 200 and anymore, 315 pounds, 6'9" Angel of Death.
Yeah, you know, there's no probably about it. I am the biggest man in the Global Wrestling Federation. You know, and if you don't mind, hey, that's a good 2 count right there. Nice arm drag takeover. If you don't mind, I just wanted to tell the viewers about something very special. Something innovative had is that of a bionic nature. You know, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, the Von Erichs locally were using that claw hold.
Oh, the world famous iron claw.
The world famous iron claw.
Perfected by the master Fritz Von Erich.
That's right, but unfortunately, now we're in the 90s, and it is way outdated. So, I went to Germany. I had a special operation. They inserted a titanium tendon into my hand, and I now have the most feared weapon in wrestling history. I will unleash it tonight, and it's got a name, and I'll tell you soon.
Okay, we'll certainly be anxious to hear this. Knapp misses the drop kick while he tries to recover from that move. We're going to take a commercial break right now. We'll be right back with more from the GWF. We're back with more from the Global Wrestling Federation. Calvin Knapp in the hands, the reverse chin lock of Alex Porteau, the former light heavyweight champion. I'm Doyle King down ringside with the Angel of Death, who makes his first appearance here at the Sportatorium. This is the first time in a long time you've been back in this building, is it not?
Well, yeah, you know, I was out of the country. I mean, these operations, they're not an overnight thing. Hey, nice move there. Hey, let me tell you something, Doyle, about these two kids in the ring. They're both good-looking athletes. And, yeah, good-looking athletes and great talents in the business. Unfortunately, I don't deal in light heavyweights.
Right.
So what can I tell you?
So you, if you weren't with us before the break, the Angel of Death has described an operation where they have put some sort of a titanium tendon in. Which hand is it in?
It's in my left hand, the one I'm holding the mic with.
In his left hand, and I can see the scarring on the top side.
Yeah, you can see
of
it
that
right
hand
there.
and inside on the inside of the hand.
Down by my wrist.
And on into the wrist
you
too.
You can see where they opened me up and put the tendon in.
There are several incisions.
Hey, let me tell you something, Doyle. There ain't nothing I can't crush with this hand. I mean, I'm talking everything from apples to NFL footballs, and I'll be giving demonstrations as time goes on.
Well, this should be very interesting to see.
Oh.
Calvin Knapp taking the brunt of the punishment right now from Alex Porteau, who has taken things to the outside, has grabbed that television camera cable.
Yeah, he's looks like he's teaching this young man a lesson right now. I like it.
And Porteau, yeah, you would like something like that. Porteau.
You know it, man.
Fist to the jaw.
Fist to jaw are good. They're good. They're good. Get him back in the ring.
Now Porteau slams him chest first into that
there you go.
apron right there, and then scratches across the back. That's sissy tactics to me, though. A scratch across. Oh, look at Porteau. Porteau slides in the ring, stops the count, and now tries to do some more damage to Calvin Knapp, getting him back in the ring.
No, see, Doyle, I think you have sissy and tenacious confused. Boom!
Right there. And Knapp is definitely staggered. Being picked up by the hair by Porteau. Snap mares him into the center. Porteau flip over the top. And the Angel of Death down here ringside. Oh, watch this. Nice belly to back.
Oh, man, that was great execution.
1 and 2, and not enough for 3.
You know, that's Japanese style there, where they wrap him around that stomach and just jackknife back with him.
I didn't know Porteau had been to Japan. Of course, I don't guess you have to go. Oh, look at that. Beautiful high backdrop.
Yeah.
And Knapp, but he misses with the elbow. Telegraphed that move. Took too much time.
Yeah.
And now Porteau pushes him back into the ropes. Irish whip out. Knapp staggered into that post, but kicks Porteau. Manages to get that boot up there. And Knapp right back in on Porteau.
Hey, this Knapp's a good-looking kid. I have to respect his athletic ability.
You know, he spends a lot of time. As a matter of fact, he owns a gym in Terrell.
Well, you know, I can respect any athlete who puts his time in the gym.
And he certainly does that. Of course, but you don't want to wrestle him. You don't want to wrestle either one of these
you
guys.
Know what?
You don't want to wrestle anybody but the top talent here.
Boy, I ain't got time for lightweights, man.
Here's the roll-up. There's 1 and 2.
Whoa.
Not enough for 3. Oh, but look at Porteau.
Oh, yeah!
He had a hold of the the trunks, an illegal victory for Porteau. Your winner is Alex Porteau. But he comes up as the victor. We'll be looking forward, Mr. Death, to see